Hello, everybody out there on YouTube. We are the Middle Age Guys, and we're going to be bullshitting about video games. Yeah, the type of things that we love. You know, everybody here in this particular video, if you can't see what's behind us, it's actually pretty obvious. All right. To get the introductions out of the way, I'm the Reverend.
The theme here.
And I'm Grey Mouse 1.
Okay, so here's the thing. A lot of us are maybe knee-deep into the PS4, the PS4 Pro, the Xbox One, the Switch, if you're fortunate enough to have it, or if you're like anybody else, a lot of people out there, you know, you might be a member of the PC Master Race, all right? Which, hey, whatever you game on, if you enjoy it, I'm not gonna talk down on it at all. Okay, but what makes this particular week pretty interesting is that there has been rumors and speculation that's been coming out from industry professionals, people in the know, all right, and analysts about how the game industry, surprise, surprise, is going to move on from the fucking consoles that we have in front of us right now. I'd have to say, you know, with things going the way that they are right now, with folks speculating that, oh, nothing is ever going to be there available enough for anything that people actually fucking want. In example, the Switch, the SNES Classic, whenever it fucking goes on pre-order, all right? I've been hitting refresh on Amazon every 10 fucking minutes for like the last 3 weeks, all right, to go ahead and make sure that I'm not missing that thing, okay? And, you know, there's even the prospects over the last few weeks that Atari, you know, and there's a new Atari console. Obviously, it's not the same Atari from like the early 80s, but, you know, there's going to be another, you know, faux plastic and wood grain box put out there with the Atari logo on it, which really kind of brings us to the topic, you know, with all of the stuff that's been brought up so far, guys, is any of this surprising, or is any of this happening too fast? Because one of the big things that we start hearing from a lot of folks, especially online, you know, social media and everything else, you know, they're like, shit, I just got an Xbox. I just got an Xbox One Slim. They've got the Xbox One X, the Xbox X or whatever the fuck it's called, right? Okay, it's coming out in November, all right, and you know, folks who have connections that are knowledgeable in Microsoft are sitting there letting slip out on Twitter and fucking Reddit that, oh, Microsoft is working on something new. Can't you just let me stop for a moment? All right, can't the hardware manufacturers just let me stop, take a fucking breath, enjoy what I have right now before I have to, you know, worry about saving up, like, I don't know, a mortgage payment or two to go ahead and buy whatever the fuck is new is coming out next year? Come on, really? You know, what are you guys' thoughts on that? And the floor is open.
Okay, so I'm going to open up real quick on this one. I think it's about, I'll probably get a lot of slack for this, but I think it's about time, actually. I think this is about if you look at the previous generations, that this is around about the time that a new quote-unquote generation of hardware comes out. Believe it or not, that actually the Switch is the 9th generation. They started the 9th generation. It's already here. Yeah. So let's just get that out of the way. So Microsoft and Sony are still in the 8th generation. And I think what's really confusing people is the fact that between the 7th and the 8th generation, there was almost a decade in time before the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. No, I'm sorry. The Xbox One was released back in 2013.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then I think what a lot of people's getting confused about is the fact that there's been many generations in between, you know, quote unquote upgrades. PlayStation Pro was the first one who did it. And then Microsoft came with their Slim. If my timing's wrong, correct me. And then now they're coming out with Xbox is coming out with the Xbox One X. And then now you got these people that actually, they're not just, the thing is, what I find is very interesting is that Sony confirmed, I mean, look, they confirmed that there is no rumors on that side of the house. Microsoft side of the house, the person that's actually leaking this actually has almost 9 out of 10%, chance of being accurate, has been dead on. So this person's a very reliable source. When you start hearing tweets and whispers out from that camp, you start scratching your head. And I can understand as a consumer, you feel overwhelmed. You're like, well, wait a minute. I just got a PlayStation Pro. You're talking about PlayStation 5? I just got an Xbox One X. Or, I'm sorry, Xbox One Slim. I just got that. And they're putting out an Xbox One X. That's not even out in November yet. But you're talking about Xbox One X, X2 times 6 or whatever. Or like you used to say, Xbox 720 or whatever. So it's confusing people. And people are like, wait a minute. Whoa. Slow down. Let me enjoy what I have now before you start moving on. But if you're looking at it from like the 1,000 mile distance look, you start looking at the big picture. You're like, wait a minute, actually, the timing is right to start moving into the next cycle. And then, but the thing is, though, Microsoft has been always saying that, we're not going to do generational thing anymore. And that's what's coming up with these mini generations. So I think that's a load of bullshit, just like the Reverend sitting there doing that right now. But anyway, I've monopolized enough time. Theme, what do you have to say about this?
It's funny how people will say that, oh my God, they're coming out with a new console already. Let's think about this. When the NX was talked about, when it was called the NX, not the Switch, that was announced in 2015.
Yeah.
It took that fucker 2 years in order to actually get, a release. Like a month and a half prior is when we saw pictures and got specs of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they may be working on something, Microsoft and Sony. But come on. They're not going to release something within the next year or so. This is going to take a lot of time. Now, again, you have the Xbox One X that's coming out later on this year. You already have the PS4 Pro. As Grey Mouse alluded to, the Switch is the 9th generation, and the Pro and the Xbox One X will be generation 8.5.
Yep.
With the Atari, with Atari jumping back into the console gaming thing, and we're going to make another video discussing that. Because, wait, look, Atari hasn't made a good console ever since the fucking 2600.
That's debatable.
So, Atari has one of the biggest challenges in order to get back into the console race. But them aside, Sony and Microsoft, come on. Why are you concentrating on consoles and not fucking games? That's what boggles my mind. But just because something may be in the works or maybe even being discussed, don't think that it's going to come out anytime soon. They're not. I could be fucking wrong, but I don't think that something like a PS5 or an Xbox One XL, like Mortal Kombat X, Mortal Kombat XL, I'm not saying that they wouldn't be released like in the next couple of years, but it's highly doubtful at this point. That's just my opinion.
When was the Microsoft, or when was the Xbox X, or I can't remember the code name that they used.
The Scorpio?
Scorpio. When was that announced?
That's actually, yeah, people have known about that all throughout 2016. Well, it was officially announced as Project Scorpio on E3 of 2016.
Mm-hmm.
But there were
rumored.
Yeah, there were rumors for a full 6 months even before that. Okay,
that was the point. So I just wanted to add on to the point that Theme was making, is that don't fucking give up your console now just because somebody said that there's one in the works. Of course there's one in the works. It's the fucking, look, they're companies. Their companies were meant to make money. Of course they're going to have the next thing lined up. You'd be stupid if to think that they don't. You know, they probably had this plan even before, before the PlayStation 4 Slim came out. Dude, yes. So don't worry. Okay. So some of the rumors have been substantiated. Good. But I don't think we'll see it until 2020, to be honest with you. Go ahead, Reverend. I'm sorry to.
Well, let's, I don't want to say it in the same verbiage, but yeah, I'm going to be just as harsh. If you think that the Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo aren't already working on the next console or the next thing that they're putting out now, you're delusional. Okay, that is not reasonable at all. Okay, they're unlike just game developers who are out there making games that are going to be licensed to go ahead and be put out on these particular platforms. They actually have to sit there and research and develop hardware for the consoles, and they have to bring it to a point where it's going to be marketable and everything else. That takes years to do, okay? So to say that they're not already working on it, if you're sitting there thinking to yourself, oh, they can't, that can't possibly happening. Give me a fucking chance, Nintendo. Give me time to rest. No, the industry moves on, even though you're, completely embedded in whatever gaming generation is going on right now.
I mean, the console that had like the shortest span within any generation really was the game, not the GameCube, which was the Wii U. Yep. If you really think about it. But
yeah, the funny thing about the Wii U is that the Wii U that came out in 2012. And then in 2017 was when we had the Switch. So actually, no, that's really not very short. That's actually around average. Right. Okay. Because if we think about it, if I'm looking at the release dates and everything, I've got Wikipedia open up in front of me. Yes. Yeah, I'm sourcing Wikipedia. Fuck you, okay? I'm just looking up years. All right. If I'm looking up Wikipedia, all right, the NES was released out in 1985. Okay. The Super Nintendo
91.
Well, yeah, it was in 91. So that's 6 years. All right. Okay, from the Super Nintendo to the Nintendo 64
5 years.
Was 1996. It was 5 years. So
5 years.
Yeah. So we're looking at like 6 to 5 years, 4 to 5 years, 4 to 6 years is the average to go ahead and actually ride out a console generation.
Now remember, of course, the PS3, the PS4 and the Xbox One were released in 2013.
Yeah,
that's what I was going to say. We're at that time. We're in that time. We're in
the time where they're going to start working on the next thing.
So you guys are going way too far out of off of left field on this shit, man.
I think what a lot of people aren't taking into consideration is that, the Xbox 360 and the PS3, they really trained a lot of consumers to go ahead and get used to a very long life cycle for console generations.
Weren't they both released in 2005?
Yeah, they were released in 2005, all right? And then, the Xbox One was released in 2005. The PS3 wasn't released until 2006, all right? It didn't come out until, almost a year later. And then, the Xbox One comes out in 2013. So you have like literally almost double the general lifespan.
Yeah,
right?
That was,
8 years.
That was almost double. Yeah, that's pretty much double.
But
so I think what a lot of people have to realize is that, guess what? Considering the economic structure of what was happening to people worldwide and a lot of things that was going on with the industry, not just the video game industry, but also movies, also every fucking industry was at a point where everybody was like in bomb shelter mode. We don't want to jump in whole hog into the next big fucking thing because guess what? We don't even know if our mortgage payment is going to fucking double next month. That's literally what people were thinking about. Okay.
Yeah.
That's exactly what 2008 was in the middle of it.
Yeah, you know, and
it was the
economy,
economic crash. So that was the reason. I think that is one of the reasons why that cycle was so big.
But if you think about it, you know, like I said, the folks who are sitting there and saying that this is way too quick. Look, if you're a kid who's grown up and your first console was the Xbox 360 or the PS3, yeah, okay, I understand your viewpoint. But if you're, I don't know, a middle-aged guy who's seen quite a few of these console generations pass by, this is how it is. Your Xbox One X, which is the most powerful fucking console, all right, that's being released, by the time it's released, it's already 2 generations behind in video fucking processors that are out for PCs, all right? Each one of the console generations and the hardware that comes out, they are fucking obsolete in comparison to what's currently on the market, okay? So...
it's, you know what's funny about that? Oh, the Xbox One X is going to be the most powerful console until the new Atari comes out.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
No, Atari is supposed to be using PC technology.
Yeah, and it's also a brand name that's been dead for almost 20 fucking years.
We'll see.
Over 20 years.
When did the Jaguar come out? Was
95.
that 90? Yeah, over 20 years now.
Yeah.
The Jaguar was, what, 94, 95 time frame?
Yeah. Well,
12 years?
Yeah, so, yeah.
Fuck, man.
It's definitely been over 20 years.
Atari actually comes out last and blows everything else out of the water.
22 years, actually. My math is all
I don't expect that to happen.
Yeah, theme, keep dreaming.
I don't expect that to happen, all right? Because it's not the same Atari. It's not the same Atari.
No, it's not.
Well, that means it could do better, right?
Hopefully.
Yeah, theme, keep dreaming.
That's a topic for another time, man.
Don't make a controller like a fucking telephone this time.
We'll definitely chase the rabbit down the hole on this one. But to go back to what we were talking about with the big three, I really do, and I wouldn't actually, to bring the Atari back up. I wouldn't be surprised that they put their hardware out right in the middle of the 9th generation. That will be, you know, that would be their entry into the 9th generation.
Well, here's the thing that I have to go ahead and
compatible with this, or they won't go nowhere.
I don't think that's gonna happen. I'd expect the Dreamcast 2 to show up first. All right. Yeah, I said it. Okay. Yes, I said it. All right.
No, I'm still tripping over seeing fucking 2-bit.
Bring this back. Bring this back, please.
Well, every time you do that theme, something comes up. I mean, how many times have you been about Metroid 2 or another 3D Metroid? Shenmue 3, you were talking about that same shit. So, yeah, keep talking about that shit, man. Sega may just surprise me.
No, don't, because these assholes are going to take our bad ideas like a fucking credit card slot.
Yeah, you can skip that.
On the fucking VR dolls.
Should I actually patent that? Damn. Credit card slot with your console? Should I actually send a patent for that?
You already got that. It's called a slot machine.
Here is a scary thing. All right. Here's a scary thing.
Took it from me?
No, they had that up for a while, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Reverend. Go ahead.
Here's a scary thing, and I'm not talking about credit card slots or pachinko machines right here. Okay. Here's the scary thing. For quite a few years now, the video game industry and the first-party publishers have been chasing the mobile marketplace and stuff that's been connected to smartphones and everything else to go ahead and adopt as a viable market structure for years, okay? And the one thing that they want to go ahead and do, all right, and I've said this before, you know, maybe it might sound like a conspiracy theory, but I don't believe it is, because it just makes a lot of marketing sense. And for CEOs and executives in board meetings, you know, they see the dollar signs, the potential dollar signs attached to it, and this is the sort of stuff that they go ahead and cut their own pinkies off and cream all over their computer screens over. All right. You know, the console marketplace for a long time has been moving toward a marketplace or a market structure that is very similar to this. Where guess what? A new iteration of this comes out every fucking year. And people then go out of their way and they buy a new one every fucking year. And they sign up for another few fucking years on the same goddamn service. And whenever the next one comes out, they go ahead and they upgrade, pay the upgrade fee and get another one. And they're still tied to that fucking service. All the while, guess what? All the applications, all of the actual games, all the things that you do on here, none of it is attached to physical fucking media. It's all fucking digital. You got to download it. It's connected. It has to be online. The DRM acts that way. They have complete fucking control over when and where you can go ahead and use your shit. All right? That's the sort of thing that the first-party publishers have been moving toward. Okay?
It's funny because as you actually said that, look at what the Nintendo Switch has done. Now, the next Sony console will just basically be this. And you enter your fucking cartridges and credit card slot on your fucking controller itself, and it's gonna fold. A screen is gonna be foldable, and fucking you're just gonna, and it's gonna be Bluetooth to your TV. No, it's gonna be a controller, and it's gonna be Bluetooth to your TV.
You brought up an interesting point. I'm not going to deny the huge amount of people that game on cellular phone on cell phone
devices.
So
and it makes a lot of money too.
And it makes a lot of money. But I still think that market is too risky for I mean, Nintendo proves us wrong right there. I mean, Nintendo proves my thought process.
Because they do their games right.
However, Nintendo with, I mean, the Pokemon Go, the Mario Run, and what was the other one? I don't know what, I forgot off the top of my head.
Fire Emblem.
Emblem. But, I mean, that proves that there's a market there, but I don't think that they will, especially right now since Microsoft 100% fucking abandoned the Windows Phone. That's gone. We saw the article this week. So I don't think Microsoft would go ahead into the mobile market. But I don't know, does Sony Ericsson's, does that still exist? Do these people still have phones?
Time out. Where the market makes its money, it's not in the actual hardware itself.
No,
it's in the market ecosystem. It's in the market ecosystem, and that's what they're trying to establish.
But the thing is, though, they're focusing on millennials, because I have really no interest in gaming on my cell phone. I really don't.
They are focusing on everybody. The thing is that,
but it's more attractive to the millennials, though.
No. I will disagree. Okay, the thing is that where mobile phones make their money, millennial or not, where they make their money is casuals. All right, motherfuckers who sit there and say, "Oh, that's 99 cents." Install. Okay. Oh, guess what? In order for me to go ahead and do this, because I got pretty far along, it's only 99 cents.
But if you look at,
I'll buy those.
But if you look at the demographics on it, I guarantee you won't find that there are some people that are 40 and 50 and 60-year-old that do it. Yeah, you're right. But your major demographics are those 15-year-olds up until maybe early 30s.
15-year-olds don't have their own credit cards.
You don't need credit cards. You got your parents.
These
millennials nowadays, all they got to do is ask their parents for anything, and they give it to them.
Gray Mouse, the only reason why I will disagree with that is because I've seen firsthand grandmothers and grandfathers play games on their tablets.
That's fine.
If they're
how many? I'm talking about if we were to pie chart this shit or bar graph this shit.
You see,
where
these people don't actually place in surveys, but I can tell you firsthand, just like in my profession, I've seen Wii's.
Okay, that's the same thing.
In more houses than I've seen.
I got you. I understand that. But that's the same thing that the news was telling us that Clinton was ahead.
No.
No.
Wait. Did they poll us? Wait, you just proved my point for me. Did they poll us? No. The people that are doing their mobile stuff are people that will never ever be taking place in these polls.
Did you bring up?
No. It doesn't matter. Look, mobile games hit $40.6 billion of revenue in 2016. Who gives a fuck where that came from? Because the thing is, that's a lot of money.
Yeah,
all right.
Doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, you're missing the point I'm making. I'm not saying.
You're talking about as far as us being gamers. You're trying to put yourself into the aspect of you being a gamer, a console gamer, but that does not matter.
Look, out of the 91 billion that the video game industry made worldwide in everything for 2016, 40.6 billion was made in mobile. All right. And guess what? 90% of the mobile gamers are classified as casuals. All right.
How in the blue hell do we end up on this topic?
Because we're talking about how, like, you know, when it comes to like hardware and everything, like I said, the way that hardware is moving, the way that the first party publishers, whether or not they be Microsoft, Sony, not Nintendo so far, but they're going to get there if their executives get their way, all right, is that they want to go ahead and fall into this fucking mobile market structure where, guess what? You buy a brand new fucking thing every month, you get co-signed on a fucking a service plan that renews itself and subsidizes the price of the fucking hardware every goddamn year, okay? And every time you fucking, you go ahead and you jump into it, you go ahead and you do it knowing that, hey, look, all of the apps that I went ahead and all the games that I bought before, they're going to go ahead and they're going to play on each and every fucking iteration of hardware. Sony and Microsoft have already fucking started it, all right? With all of the mandates that say, hey, look, if you're going to make something that's going to be on the PS4 hardware or on the Xbox One hardware, it has to play on the original Xbox One, the Slim, and the Xbox One S, or it has to play on the PS4 and the PS4 Pro. They are already on the way there. Look, I understand. I've had a lot to drink, and I may be a little bit manic and a little bit more animated than I normally am, all right, in fucking videos. But the truth of the matter is that it doesn't matter what first-party publisher you are dealing with, what first-party hardware manufacturer you're dealing with, they all want to go to that fucking market structure because guess what? It produces the most money for the least amount of effort. And like I've said in multiple videos, these guys want to sell you the most product for as little as they can produce.
I wholeheartedly disagree with you, though. Otherwise, they would have already been doing it.
They have. Wait.
They're starting it.
Wait, let me put you.
Reverend just said what I wanted to hear. They're starting.
No. Let me put you this way, Gray Mouse. We've already experienced it on consoles alone. The portable market has basically caught up and surpassed that. Look at what the Reverend said earlier about the cell phones. People will buy the next phone the very next year, period. People
and they'll sign up for another 2 years on the same fucking contract.
And they'll update their contract.
I got you. You don't have to
update their plans.
I understand that.
And the thing about it is, there are a lot of mobile games out there that totally triumph as far as people downloading them, paying for them, and playing them. Regardless of what you see or not, there are people that are just on their phones playing these mobile games constantly.
And here's one thing that a lot of people don't take in consideration. Those mobile applications take 1/100th, okay, of what it would take to go ahead and make a AAA title.
Mm-hmm.
I got
and they make just as much money.
But I do not see as the gaming industry as a whole full-heartedly moving to mobile gaming. It's not. No, not mobile gaming. They're moving toward that market structure.
The market structure.
Yes.
I don't see.
They don't want you to own any physical fucking media. You're going to have to download everything onto your fucking local drive. In order to be able to use it, you're going to have to be fucking connected to go ahead and validate your account, to go ahead and have access to any of your shit. All right? That's the whole reason why I have an issue with the fucking digital media.
Wait a minute. This is how I don't understand how you...
They tried that shit.
They already
No, they are continuing to do that shit.
Wait a minute. What did you have to do with your 360?
That's what I just said. Look, listen to me. I just said they tried that shit back in 2013.
No, you already wait.
It did not work out for
How did you get your account on your Xbox One?
What are you talking about?
From your 360? How did you get your
What are you
profile?
talking about? That doesn't. What's relevant? I don't. What are you talking about?
Because when you get a new cell phone, don't you transfer your stuff?
No, their efforts have never stopped. That's my point.
No,
okay?
It's already my stuff. I didn't transfer anything. It was already.
No, I'm talking about your account.
There.
Your account. Your profile is already there.
No, yeah, I was already on. I just connected.
So it's already being done.
Hold on a second, because we got less than 2 minutes left. All right. What my whole point is that their efforts for that has never stopped.
It never.
And that
will.
is what, and it never will. That's
but
the thing.
They're not going. They're not. I don't see them any time in the future. See them going directly. That's all. That's the only way to consume their stuff is.
Here's the thing. If we consider that their efforts started in 2013, we're already 4 years into that fucking market structure.
That doesn't mean they're going to do it.
They are going to do it. And when it happens, I am going to fucking quit buying new fucking video games on any of those goddamn platforms.
I agree. Obviously,
okay.
I like physical.
I mean, what do you think the DRM shit is? What do you think the online all the time shit is? That's basically what. Come on.
But I know we did get kind of fever pitched here, but we have less than 50 seconds left. All right. This is the sort of thing. All right. To sum it up in 10 seconds, guess what? First party publishers developing new shit all the time. New Xbox One, new PlayStation 5, new Switch, whatever the fuck Nintendo is going to call it, or whatever Atari is going to come out, it's going to fucking come out. Whether or not it's going to be a form that you want to go ahead and support, folks, it's something else you got to go ahead and think about when it actually happens. Okay? We want to know what you think about it. Leave us a comment below. While you're at it, hit like. And if you really like what we're doing here, hit subscribe. Because this is a conversation that's going to go on, and we want to know your input. I'm the Reverend.
The theme here.
And Gray Mouse 1. This is not the end.
There's a common sense logic in gaming. Credits.
No, yeah, like Gray Mouse saying, this is not the end of the conversation.
I'm not. No.